It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Well, don't the three of you look nice today? Move in close. Come on, give me a big smile. Come on. There you go. I'll give you a couple of copies after the game. All right, no time for dilly-dally. All right, first order of business, screws. All right, word on the screws. You get to a question that you know your neighbor doesn't have an answer to, stifle that pity, and screw them. Buzz in and hit the S key. They'll thank you for it later. All right, let's do it. Category time. Player 2, it's your call. And this one is When Yuppies Really Suffer. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, remember that show 30-something where a bunch of attractive people sat around whining? It's called Friends now. Anyway, if the show were called 1930-something, which of the following would most likely be a plot line? Gary gets drafted to fight in World War II, Ellen whines about not being able to vote, Hope writes an expose on new drug penicillin, or Michael loses money in the Great Depression. Take a shot, player 2. Well, if Ellen's not able to vote, it's only because, like you, she's too stupid to realize women got the vote in 1920. Player 1, player 3, who's gonna grab it? All yours, player 1. Penicillin wasn't even tested as a drug until 1941. Believe me, I know a lot about penicillin. I mean, I've read a lot about it. The Great Depression started in 1929 and continued throughout the 30s. The whole country is in turmoil. People are jumping out of windows. My wife doesn't understand me. And worst of all, I'm going gray. Your call, player 3. Here we have, ouch, I have a clinger. $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, this is a fill-in-the-blank question, so get ready to type. Now, you think you know everything there is to know about MASH, Hot Lips, Hawkeye, Radar. You don't know MASH. You don't even know what MASH stands for. Blank Army Surgical Hospital. When you know the missing word, buzz in and start typing. Your move, play. MASH stands for Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. Great, now if we only knew what BJ stands for. Player 2, give me something.
Son, you best be out of town before I count to 3!
Well, looks like this category is, well. This one can net you $1,000. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. If you pushed famous critic Mr. Blackwell down a black well, which of these would he most likely yell as he plummeted to the bottom? I merely said that your movie stinks! You're stressed! You just need a vacation! I still think you dress funny! Or, I always hated your wine choices anyway! Player 3, do it.
Special delivery, have some bad news for you.
Player 1, player 2, go get it. Player 2, it's yours. No, but I'm writing my own book about bad wines. It's called The Grapes Worthy of Wrath. That's right, go visit your nearest bookseller. Player 1, what do you say? Player 1, that's not gonna cut it. Wow, you guys suck. Isn't that something? Mr. Blackwell is famous in Hollywood for his annual worst dressed list, which just proves my point. If everyone would just wear Garanimals, there wouldn't be this problem. Don't you see? They're already matched for you. Player 1, your choice. What are we doing?
Smokey's in the bread box picking daisies.
That's a big 10. Good, buddy. I think.
Open wide and get ready for Don't Drink and Roll Dice. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Just step up and take a swing at this one. If you leave your Candyland board out so long that it ferments, what could you distill the molasses swamp into? The swamp of gin, the whiskey swamp, the swamp of rum, or the vodka swamp? 3 is getting screwed. What's the answer, player?
All positions are filled, but thank you for applying.
Player 1, player 2, who's taking it? Player 2, grab it. Rum is made from fermented molasses. And just don't go from there to the ice cream sea too quickly or you'll be really sick. Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be? The category, blood money typo positive. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Well, guess what? I've got our own Schmitty here with me. Schmitty, you've taken over for me as host of the Nut Show. How's that working out for you?
Well, you know, I'm having fun. Got the fans who are constantly throwing themselves at me. That's interesting.
Yeah, right.
I wish it paid a little better, though.
Oh, they're paying you now. Well, that's good. Schmitty, why don't you take this next question?
Yeah, sure, no problem. You're sounding a little tired anyway. Okay. If your main source of income is from selling plasma, what's the most you can work? Every 12 hours, twice a week, every 3 weeks, or once a year?
Up to you, player 3.
No, that's how long it is for sperm donation. I mean, that's what, I've heard.
Player 1, player 2, who wants it? Take a shot, player 2.
Assuming you're like the rest of us, you can only donate plasma twice in 7 days. Of course, there's still no limit to the frequency with which a person can donate kidneys.
I wonder what player 2 is going to pick. Well, what do we have here? Who put the pow in the kapow, kapow, kapow? And we got $3,000 in the pot. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. What nonsense lyric would most likely be interpreted as meaning, Father, look out for those Kenyan nativist terrorists, Papa Umau Mau, Obla Di Obla Dad, Do-Wah Daddy Daddy Dum Daddy Do, or Pop? Player 2, it's yours.
Oh, just can't do anything right, can you?
Player 1, player 3, who wants it? Player 1. Oh yeah, the fearsome Wah Daddies makes your blood run cold. Speaking of running cold. Player 3. Player 3. The Mau Mau are a group of Brit-hating Kenyan gorillas. The Mau Mau had close ties to the Peruvian Shaboom Shaboom and the Tibetan Dippity Dip Dip Yap. Player 3, you make the call. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for equalization.
Your gibberish category for today is why the war was so cold. Let's get the ball rolling at 5K for this gibberish question. All right, as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some cash every second and a half. All right, listen up and tell me, with what proverb does this rhyme? Yuri lost. His key still to bat. And please, kindly ignore the punctuation. First clue, it's a proverb about being nosy. Got your nose. It's a proverb about being nosy and its consequences. Last clue, the cat is dead. Quit playing dead and hurry up. You really should mind your own business, because Yuri lost his key still to bat. Curiosity killed the cat, which is a good thing, because if it barfed up a hairball on my new carpet one more time, I was going to do it. Let's have a category.
2, 4, 6, 8. Question 8 is jailbait. Go.
A vocabulary lesson that can save your life. $1,000 at stake on this one. Think fast. If you literally pull the answer to this question out of your butt, what will you have done? Will you have made up a BS answer at the last minute, really made up some BS at the last minute, claim that the answer is butt, or remove the answer from your anal cavity? Take a shot, player 2. To literally pull the answer out of your butt, you'd have to physically reach in and remove the answer from your anus. Got it? Now stop using that word incorrectly. And next I'm coming after you idiots who use the word situation 8,000 times a day to make yourself sound smart. Your pick, player 2. How about it?
Hey, wait a minute. Are you guys German spies?
Right!
We mean, no.
Coming at you, roll on rules of life. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Okay, we all know that Secret antiperspirant is strong enough for a man, but made for a woman, right? Well, if Secret were to release a deodorant made for female Chinese philosophers, what would be the most appropriate slogan? Strong enough for Agni, but made for Surya. Strong enough for Zeno, but made for Ilya. Strong enough for Zig, but... Player 2, it's... In Chinese philosophy, yin is the feminine, yang is the masculine. What I want to know is, how could someone so at peace with themselves sweat so much? You have the honors, player 2.
Doctor, don't sugarcoat it.
I'm afraid it's...
10!
Oh, God.
The selection is going, gone up. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Let's rock. How might you say that the country now called Ghana went about changing its soapy name? It rinsed away the Gold Coast, it rid itself of the Tan Dial, it cleansed the Ivory Coast, or it washed off the Camay. Player 2, grab it. Gosh darn it, I was really rooting for you. Player 1, player 3, who's gonna grab it? Player 3, do it. No, the Ivory Coast is now called Côte d'Ivoire, which I think is French for Ivory Coast. Player 1, it's your... All yours, player 1. When the British colony of the Gold Coast gained independence, it changed its name to Ghana. Apparently, it was tired of dropping itself in the shower. I have no idea what that means. 1 down, round 2 to go. Let's get on it. Okay, I've got a screw for each of you. Oh, damn it. I'll get that later. Here you go. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. Player 1, ante up. Now serving behind the green lab door. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Heads up, here it comes. What might be the best way to talk dirty to a dendrochronologist? Wind me up and point me to noon, shave my head and call me Persis, lay me open and count my rings, or rub ink all over me and identify me. Player 2, it's yours. You weren't planning on using that cash, were you? Player 1, player 3, who wants it? Player 3, make it happen. Wind me up and point me to noon? Actually, if you wind me up, I think I might point to around 2 o'clock. Player 1, what do you say? Player 1, hit it. No, but I'm game if you are. Oh, my God. A dendrochronologist studies the age of trees and climate changes, generally by counting the growth rings. And later on in the evening, the neighbors will probably be complaining about those shouts of, "Timber! Yeah!" Player 3, time to make a decision. 12! Say hello to Boat in a Boat, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's see how you handle this one. Considering the familiar term used for dollar coins in Canada, which phrase best describes a wild shopping spree at a Canadian everything's a... The Canadian dollar coin is called a loonie.
Give me some batteries and that plunger, that keychain, and that 5-pound brick of soap.
Player 2, take your pick. This category is known as Give 'em a pinch and they'll leap a mile. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. So, you know how anyone not wearing green on St. Patrick's Day is supposed to get pinched? Well, suppose you come across each of these animals on St. Patrick's Day and none of them is wearing green. Which one has the ability to leap the farthest when you pinch them? The jackrabbit, the royal antelope, the kangaroo, or the jerboa? Take a shot, player 2. You, my friend, are on fire. Some larger varieties of kangaroo can leap around 25 feet. Go pinch one, see if I'm kidding. Your turn, player 2.
Going up, 10, 11, 12,
14!
This one's called Don't Call Me Pa. $2,000 for a correct answer. You know, one of the cruelest things that a right-handed world can do is to encourage young left-handed children to change their ways. Well, say you do want to change a left-handed child from being a southpaw. Based on the origin of the phrase southpaw, what should you do? Transfer her to a northern school, change her birthplace, remove her father's genitals, or turn her 90 degrees? Player 1. Southpaws got their names from baseball diamonds where the batter faced east, which put the pitcher's left hand facing south. So if you turned her 90 degrees, her left hand wouldn't be her southpaw. However, don't turn her 90 degrees while the ball's in the air. Here, honey! Well, of course you won't see it if you're looking over there. Player 1, tell me what's happening. Whoa, players 2 and 3, take a breather, because player 1 is about to take off in a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat is the city of Marrow. Alrighty, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's the name of a bone in your body or the name of a European capital city. If it's a bone, press 1. If it's a European city, press 2, and press 4 to skip. I'll give you $1,000 for a right answer, but $1,000 off for each one you miss or any that you just don't get to. Okay, give me 30 seconds on the clock. Let's do it. Ulma, bone or European city. Riga. Belgrade. Tibia. Zagreb. Coccyx. Last one, Vilnius. That's all she wrote. You only missed one, not too bad. Let's add your winnings to your total. There you go. All right, let's move on. Player 3, give me some category.
Flush your head down the latrine.
Ease your way with sour cream.
16.
Okay, give it up for Mary, Mary, Quite Contagious. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Suppose you lull your baby to sleep with a nursery rhyme called Typhoid Mary Had a Little Lamb. Considering how Typhoid Mary infected her victims, what will your baby dream about? Mary washing the lamb's fleecy coat, Mary nursing the lamb's wounds, Mary making tasty lamb chops, or Mary teaching the lamb the way home? Player 3, do it. Player 1, player 2, go get it. Player 2, it's yours. Typhoid Mary was an Irish cook who spread the disease in New York City through the food she cooked. Which is pretty scary, because I have a Irish cook, and what was I saying? Player 2. Let's see what we got going. See it at 5 o'clock. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. If you take Fulton's Folly to Seward's Folly, how and where are you going? By single-prop airplane to Canada, by monorail to Antarctica, by hot air balloon to the Panama Canal, or by steamboat to Alaska? All yours, player one. Skeptics called Robert Fulton's steamboat invention Fulton's Folly and called Seward's Alaska purchase Seward's Folly. Of course, neither would be folly compared to the half-wit who thinks he can get a steamboat across Canada. Player one, hit me with the category.
18.
May I introduce out of cytoplasm? How does $2,000 sound? Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. Imagine that Simon and Garfunkel finally get back together and release a song about a single-celled organism titled Cecilia's Cilia. What's the song about? The indentation leading to her mouth, the thickened membrane that surrounds her, the tiny hair-like threads that cover her, or her anal pore? Take a shot, player two. Survey says... Player one. Cilia are the tiny hair-like threads that cover certain single-celled organisms. Wait a second, now I'm confused. Is he a rock, an island, or a paramecium? Player one, it's up to you. What's next?
Hey!
19!
The category is Spirit, are you with us? How does $4,000 grab you? All right, get ready to be spooked, because I'm getting out my Ouija board for this one. If I conjure up a spirit and ask it to name the board, what letters should it point to? O-U-I-G-I? O-U-J-I-A? O-U-I-J-I? Up to you, player three. Ouija is spelled O-U-I-J-A.
Mom, we're bored. Can we go outside? No. Why don't you go up to your room and conjure up the dead?
Yeah! Player three, what looks good to you? And I believe this one's called Baby, It's Cold Outside. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Okay, you've built the roaring fire, you've poured the wine, and your lover is curled up beside you on the bearskin rug. But you're still freezing your ass off. Because it registers the highest body temperature, into which of these body cavities should you crawl to stay warm? Your lover's armpit, your lover's mouth, your lover's ear, or your lover's rectum? Player three, make it happen. A rectal temperature reading is on average a degree or two higher than the reading you get orally. But it's really a personal choice, one of comfort and, well, lubrication. Player three, tell me what's on your mind. You're about to embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see two words on the screen that match. $2,000 if you're right, $2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard as long as you remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Meet the buttocks. Hey, my buttocks are fine. In fact, they're very fine. It's just this damn goiter on my neck. Anyway. Player one, I guess a win is a win no matter how you slice it. And you sliced it pretty damn thin. So I leave you with these words.